Alison House, home of the Edinburgh University Music Department. Today, however, it's being taken over by the Cultural Creative Careers Festival, with speakers from all over the music industry here to chat to students about what it takes to make it in the musical world.
Yeah, it's a common thing that comes up. It's just how you get that balance.
Musical opportunities to children.
You know, every primary school is delivering something different in a different way.
Every orchestra will have someone competent in the office somewhere who can read a score and can make sense of it and just send it in.
Whether it's rock and roll, a classical sound, singing into the mic, or finding the talent, a career in the music industry can take you all over the world. We chatted to some of the professionals to get their advice on how you can begin forging a career and the scale of opportunities available to you.
Well, what I would recommend for a student to do whilst they're still studying is really just to get as much experience as they can. So even from getting out to see what's happening, to attending concerts, events, festivals, trying to contact organisations, see if there's any internships if that's possible, or even to work on events. Often people are looking for help for specific events and really start that kind of networking process as soon as they can.
It is an expressive art. Music is one of the expressive arts, and I think it's really important that people remember that we need people to be creative. Steve Jobs did say something along the lines of, you know, you need the imagination to create the iPad. Equations and mathematics are one thing, but unless you've got that imagination to come up with an idea and you've got that ability to then follow that idea through and refine and reflect on it, how are you ever going to create something?
I think if you do not have a sufficient amount of enthusiasm for music, for the product that you're working on, be that music, be that theatre, be that any other creative product, you won't last long.
What I'm really interested in is just to remain open to learning. I think it's really important to do that and to be curious, continually curious about things. If you are passionate about something, find out who is doing that in your area, and once you've found that, hang out with them.
I think it is really important to make contact as early as you can. Get in touch with those people who are doing the job you want. I think there was maybe just one break at uni where I did not go on a work experience.
I would imagine that the music department here at the university would be an obvious good first starting point.
I think work experience is important. I think it's difficult to get work experience directly in music therapy because of the sensitivity of a lot of the work that we do, but to definitely go out and get experience playing, developing improvisational skills and working with a whole load of different people.
Academic knowledge is essential, it's vital, but it doesn't give you all knowledge that you need to carry out a job in the industry.
Well, I think we do see a lot of merging of the art forms. So I wouldn't just look within your art form, look out with that, because there's a lot to be learned. And people are more and more looking for the skills of people who know about visual arts, who also know about music and can kind of work in these collaborative projects that are happening more.
Well, I suppose music is just a really grounding kind of medium, so for people who have difficulties expressing themselves or can't access verbal speech for whatever reason, music is a really accessible thing that people can tap into and express themselves and relate to other people in a different sort of way that's maybe not as threatening.
These type of events are so important from an employer perspective as well as an employee perspective or a future employee perspective, because I think we're all kind of guilty of being a bit siloed in our thinking. And what I'm really interested in is kind of about networking out as well as networking in. So I was really encouraged to hear about the music and community course that was happening here, and it suddenly made me think that's a really interesting link for us. What can we do with that?
Yeah, really good. I really like the format actually. Sort of speed painting idea, and you just go around, find out lots of things that you didn't think of going into.
Just find out about different aspects of music industry more broadly that actually might not have thought about, like music therapy.
I think it's very useful because they are experienced and they can tell you with honesty what is about.
It's kind of important to have sort of a variety of sort of things to think about and different ways you could get involved. I think it's very valuable.
Really positive experience. Yeah.